Jesse Swenson, and this is my job. I'm here with Andy Boucher, Senior Public Service Worker for the Public Works Department Street Division. Andy, how long have you worked for the city?
I've completed 7 years of service.
What causes potholes?
Potholes are typically caused when snow and moisture seep into the asphalt and then freeze, which creates a space between the base and the asphalt. Then when the water thaws, it creates a void between the base and the asphalt. And then when cars drive over it, it weakens the asphalt and then creates potholes.
And what's the hardest part of this job?
Probably just the heat and the physical labor aspect of it.
And what kind of street patching does the Public Works Department do?
Typically we do like 3 different types of procedures with asphalt. The first would be like potholes. Typically that's what you normally would see around here. Second one we would do would be like a remove and replace. That would typically be what your water main breaks are, where we would cut the patch out, remove it with like a backhoe or skid steer, and then replace with asphalt. And the third type would be like an overlay, what we would do with a dump truck and a paver, and that's pretty much what we do.
And what kind of safety precautions do we need to take today?
First we have to make sure we have a vest,
Okay.
some gloves, and some glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And then second thing, we would want to make sure that our work area is secured with signs and cones and different diversions for traffic.
All right, well, let's get started.
All right. It's important to clean the hole as best as possible so that the new asphalt adheres to the old road as best as it can.
Could I do this if there was water in the hole?
Typically no. For one, if it's hot mix that we're using, the water would cool the asphalt, which would make it so it wouldn't adhere to the road as well. And just with water in there, it wouldn't work real well. And that's why we don't patch in the rain. Now that we have the hole clean, we can fill it with asphalt.
What's the mix made out of?
Bituminous asphalt is made out of a combination of rock, sand, oil, and recycled asphalt.
And I heard there's different types of mix used at different times of the year. Why is that?
In the wintertime, we can't use hot mix because obviously it's hot and with the temperature it would cool. So we use a product called UPM. It's basically just got smaller rocks and it's more oily. It's always kind of stays pliable, and it makes us able to throw it in during the wintertime. It doesn't have to set anytime. It can be driven over immediately.
And how much does it shovel this way?
Probably approximately 20 to 30 pounds.
And how much asphalt do you use in a day?
A crew of 5 can typically get rid of 5 to 10 tons, depending on the area we have to cover and the size of the pothole.
How long will it take for it to seal?
It seals immediately, but it does take time to set, basically to harden. So hot mix might take 2 to 3 hours, depending on the thickness of the patch and the humidity and the temperature outside.
How long will the pothole last? I mean, the fixing of the pothole.
If it's installed properly, it would last for quite a long time, almost as long as the regular road would.
Now that the hole is filled, what do we do?
Now we need to rake the hole, smooth the asphalt out.
Okay.
Basically you want to start by either dragging it towards you or away, it doesn't matter, but start by just smoothing the asphalt out.
How does Public Works know where the potholes are?
Typically there's 2 methods. One is by the citizens calling in. Another way is to go to the City of Cottage Grove's website, and there's a form that they can request a pothole filled in. Okay, Jesse, now that we've put asphalt in the pothole and raked it, we're going to use this machine. We call it a roller to compact the asphalt and seal it to make water so it can't get down into the base. To use this machine, basically you just start it. This lever here brings you forward and back, and you just basically drive over the asphalt.
Gotta get dip. Gotta get dip. Gotta get dip. Gotta get dip. Dip. Gotta get dip. Gotta get dip. Gotta get dip. Gotta get dip. Dip. Dip.
Andy, is there anything else you'd like us to know?
We schedule our potholes based on severity and location. So like say if you had a pothole on Jamaica, that would typically get patched before something in a residential area would.
Andy, thanks so much for having us out today. It was great to learn one of the things the Public Works Department does for our streets in Cottage Grove.
No problem, I appreciate it.
This has been another edition of Dirty Jobs Cottage Grove, where we show you the little-known tasks performed by city employees every day. Let's get back to work, Andy.
Okay.